Yeah. Uh-huh. 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 Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh. 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 Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Hello, hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us today for our new time. Welcome to Reboot. How's everybody doing today?
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Do you hear the lions roaring?
Okay. Spiritual leader, how's your day going today?
My day is marvelous. Thank you for asking. I tell you, we started off bright and early this morning. We had Yes You O Cubed one-on-one, just me and you. And I mean, they came on in there and they clowned. It was a great, great day. And then, of course, here we are with Reboot. Oh, you know what? I think I forgot to do the intro to Reboot, but yeah, with your beautiful voice singing and everything. I got all carried away and just queued it up. Yeah. Go ahead. You can sing it. Mark one for a spiritual thought leader. I missed my studio. I messed it up, y'all.
It works out, and you know what? It'll give people wanting to hear it next time. They'll be like, we want to hear it next time.
There you go.
So,
there you go.
Miss Shelley, how are you doing today?
I'm okay, hanging in there. I'm excited for the combo today.
That's good. I'm excited too. And so I would like to start off this, before I give our topic, I want to start us off with this quote. This is one of my favorite quotes about our topic today. And it says, "Dear music, thank you for always dreaming, healing me. Thank you for always healing my heart. And thank you for always lifting my spirits." So our topic today is going to be about music. So I know that everybody, well, not everybody, but a lot of people have a special relationship with music, and it takes up a big part of their life. I know definitely for me. So I would like to ask Shelley, what does music mean to you?
Music is for sure a healer. It has been, it has had an impact in my life in moments when I was angry, sad, kind of processing life transitions. And I'm not just talking about like people passing, but like stepping into a different moment of your own life. So music is a huge, huge impact on, I want to say who I am. There's certain songs I listen to that really take me back, I guess. They're nostalgic.
Yeah. Can you remember like the first song that kind of, like, probably not we was kids, but can you, like, the first song that ever comes to your mind that really made an impacted you?
Ooh, that's hard.
It probably was
It's probably something my mom listened to. You know what? It's definitely something my mom listened to. The first song I can think of is "Stranger in My House" by Tamia or Tamaya. My mom, she must have been going through some things, child, because she played that song on repeat for days on end.
That's a good one right there. That's a good one. But you know what? That song, that's a deep song right there. That's when you know.
Back then, I didn't even know what it was, but I knew every word.
There you go.
Here I am, like 8 years old. There's a stranger in my house. And I'm sure people are like, what is this little girl doing singing this song?
You know about that. That's what girls.
Right.
What you know about that?
What about you? Do you have one like that like your mom played, or is it something that is all about you?
You know, I can't like the exact first one, but the one that's coming to my mind is Separate. Have you ever heard that song? I think AG was.
No, I don't think I have. Sing a little bit of it.
Separate. That's what we gotta do.
Exactly. They had that's back when my mama would tape she would tape with the little tape, and she would record music off the radio. And so we had this tape of Separate. And so we would put it in, and I would get a brush and my sister would get a comb, and honey, it's a duet. And honey, we would go back and forth and sing that song, and we knew it forwards and backwards. Separate.
Those were the days, making the choreography and the song and everything to the song. Those are the days.
Girl, that we didn't play. We was up in there. If I'm working.
That's what I mean, though. It's nostalgic.
Nobody knows anything about that. And then I would come in and I would say, I'm cooking and I'm cleaning. All you want to do is fight. And then why me? And I'd be like, why me?
All of 10 years old. Ain't even cooked anything but mac and cheese.
Separated. Same school, we get on the same bus. There ain't no separation between us. So I thought that was funny, but that's the one that's coming to my mind. But I was actually just speaking with my mother not too long ago, and I was telling her, you didn't get a chance to have anything to yourself, because all her CDs, all her tapes, Marshonda and I, we would be in it. And so I remember having like her Isley Brothers CD in my room. Like, what I need an Isley Brothers CD for? But I had it in my room.
But boy, those Isley Brothers, they had the catchy songs, the songs that made you want to know every single word to them.
Oh yeah. And I definitely didn't know anything about that. Angie, what about you?
I came from a church home, and we couldn't have no music in there but the gospel. And people think I'm joking, really. It's like when we watched the Johnny Carson show at night, if a secular group came on, which was going to be 99 and 99, 100% of them, if a secular group came on, we had to turn the channel. I promise to God. We had to turn the channel.
Wait, you guys are going to have to tell me who Johnny Carson is.
Oh, Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Okay, so Johnny Carson was your late night TV host forever and a day. All of your late night hosting that you see now is all a product after Johnny Carson, because he was the king for a long time. He was the only one that really did late night. So at the end of the day, yes, SK, Anna Marie did not play. I'm telling the truth. Hey, so I see you out there. Good afternoon to you. So at the end of the day, when Johnny Carson, which basically he would interview guests and, I mean, really what you see, do you remember Jay Leno? Is that before your time, Shelly? I'm not trying to be funny.
No, I remember Jay Leno.
Okay, so
I was actually going to say he's probably relative to Jay Leno and Jimmy Kimmel, and Trevor Noah and all those guys.
They all followed in the footsteps of Johnny Carson. Oh man, you made me feel real old right there. You made me feel real. I'm
sorry. I just didn't. I thought maybe it was like Johnny Carson was like the other side of like Soul Train. I didn't know, because we were talking about music and I heard Johnny Carson.
No, wasn't no soul in there, but he had all of the different musicians and singers and everybody back in the day. Teresa, did you feel that thing? Teresa, you too. But yeah, they had all of the artists. If you were somebody and you wanted and knew that you had made it big, Johnny Carson would have you almost like I'm gonna really date myself here, and you're not gonna have a point of reference. Ed Sullivan, like the Ed Sullivan Show. If you could make it to the Ed Sullivan Show, you had really done it. So he introduced like the Beatles, and yeah, okay, so that's way ahead of your time. That same kind of thing. But when they would come on at nighttime, and the different singers would come on, because you always had to have great acts in between they do the little vignettes of acting and interviews and all of that. And music was really, Lena, to get to your point, music was really what brought all of that together, so that people would keep watching the show, because you had to have some level of entertainment in there to really engage the people. And music was always, I mean, it's universal. I mean, come on, it's universal. We can come from all different kind of backgrounds, all different ethnicities or whatever, but music tends to be something that goes over really, really universally. So anyway, we were not allowed.
It does.
Yeah.
I think that all categories. I think anybody could probably pick a song from any genre and really relate to it or have a story about it.
Yeah,
Definitely. I want to read this definition of music. It says music is the science or art of ordering tones or sounds in succession, in combination, and in temporal relationship. This is a really educational definition. Relationship to produce a composition having unity and continuity, and vocal instruments, mechanical sounds, or having rhyme or melody or harmony. So I know Aunt Gina's a songwriter. I know that I've written a few songs before. Aunt Gina, did I ask you what for you? What is music for you?
Music is like life. It's like for some people that draw, some people that whatever level of creativity they express themselves, music is that level of being able to recreate what you feel down in your shando. That's what we call it on Yes You OQ. And it's an ability to really just come from the depths of who you are and create and express that to the world with notes and music and words and lyrics. And it's just kind of like, and it does so many things for your emotions. There were times when I was depressed, I would write. There were times when I could go to every phase and emotion and stage of life, and a song comes out of that, because that's what music is.
Wow. You already know my favorite song that you wrote, and I always am like, this song is just, I remember I was telling you that listening to the music that you wrote, I knew it when I was a kid. I knew the words, just like me and Shelly was saying, you know the words, but now that I'm older, I really be feeling it. I'm like, Jesus Christ, that song is really good.
Oh, thank you. Tyrone Busky in the house. Come on. He talking about that's back when you could smoke on TV. You know what? Y'all not gonna date me up in here. Y'all not gonna date me.
See?
Gay is in the comments, super relatable. She said, music engages my spirit, soul, and body, a complete experience.
Yes.
That's exactly how I feel. I literally get tingly when I hear some songs. Like, it could be my first time hearing it, and I'll be like, whoa.
Yes.
Start it over. 30 seconds in, I don't care. Start it over. I need to hear it again from the beginning.
Yeah.
What do you think that is, Shelly? Because that actually is one of my questions. I was going to say, have you ever heard a song and you kind of got chills? Or it just really, like, you can feel it going through your body. What do you think that is?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, music, it's a true healer, because I can't put any rhyme or reason to it. There's no like specific tone or like a guitar note or anything that warms me or puts that tingling feeling. It'll just be like the perfect combination of like a great beat, the perfect, I don't want to say perfect, but the ideal lyrics for that situation, and all of it wrapped together, it just sets me off.
So, like, have you guys heard that old statement, music that comes from the heart reaches the heart? Have you heard that?
Oh, I haven't heard that, but that's exactly how I would say it.
Yeah, music that comes from the heart reaches the heart. And so when you have people that are not chasing the next big hit or, whatever, but really, really, when they come from the heart, in my opinion, and they put that in music and melody and lyrics, and you hear that, you can tell when somebody writes from that place. Because Lena, even that song that you shared with me is one of your favorites. That came from my heart, and that I heard the song completely composed, and it was just my heart pouring out in those words, and it came out in the music. And I think that is, I want to interject, music that comes from the heart reaches the heart. And then you can get other songs that they don't make you feel nothing.
This is I remember when I first started, I used to be in a band called Hearts of Darkness. And I remember I really had only felt that in gospel music, you go to church, you hear somebody singing, and they say, "Oh, you feel the Spirit, you feel the Holy Ghost," because something just kind of comes over you.
Yeah.
And that was the only time that I felt that was in church. But then I had an experience when I was singing in Hearts of Darkness, and we're all on stage, and it was just like everybody was in sync, and mind you, the band is like a 12-piece band, and it was like I felt the Holy Spirit on that stage.
Yes, ma'am.
I was like, oh my God, what is this? And I just felt it. I was like, this is the same feeling I have in church.
Yes.
And so
it gives you that sense of serenity. And that tells you it's the music, not to take anything away from like the spirituality of it, but it's the music.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Feeling. And for me, I just think it is, like you said, from the heart. When it touches that deeper part of you, that energy kind of just comes over all of your body.
Yeah,
and it's amazing.
It is. SK said research has shown that certain musical notes can actually help human bones to heal. Music is actually therapeutic, and if you think about it, it's vibrations and frequencies and all. Yeah.
Actually, yes. And we actually have a video that I wanted to show everybody because it kind of speaks about how music affects your body. Because when you think about it, I mean, if you're sad and you don't want to be sad that day, you might play that special song that kind of lifts your spirits. Or, if you are going through a breakup or something, you might play that Tamia song, something that just kind of like lets you know, I feel you, I hear you, and I've been going through the same thing. So I want us to watch this video and let everybody see it, and then we can talk about it afterwards. Hey, Jean, you ready? Perfect.
A skin orgasm. Okay, I'm gonna let
We added a lot of smart new features to the F-150.
That's exactly where I wanted to go. Skin orgasm.
A skin oh, come on, Shelly. Have you had a skin orgasm?
I mean, I guess that's what I've been explaining the whole time. And I just didn't know it was a thing. Because, I mean, I get the tingly feeling. I get, like, the sense of euphoria. So, hey, that's what they're calling it these days.
Now it's time to come on back. Oh, okay. I've never heard the term either, Shelly. That kind of, I was like, oh, orgasm, all right. Yeah.
But this blood pressure, is that why the older generations tend to want slower music? I wonder if it's just like subconscious to us that like, okay, I'm getting older, I need to lower my blood pressure, let me put on some jazz.
Well,
Because I noticed even people who like used to like rap, like maybe they listened to rap in the 80s or hard rock in the 80s, nowadays they're more on a slow pace genre.
I mean, yeah, I've never thought about it that way, but you know, you have jazz that's fast, really fast jazz. So I mean, I don't know. That's good. I think older people a lot of people who say that really partied hard in their younger years and used up all their energy. And so then once they got to the older age, now they got to sit down not necessarily because they want to, but now they got to.
Now they got to.
That's what I'm thinking. I wonder if that's a subconscious thing where you just naturally gravitate to the slower music as you need to start slowing things down in life.
Yeah. Now, what genre do you do, Shelly? What genre do you usually gravitate to? Do you have a certain genre, or are you kind of like mixing it up?
I definitely mix it up, but I probably gravitate more towards like the pop scene these days. Pop/rap is what I'm listening to the most these days.
All right. And Gene, what about you? I'm gonna guess you're an all around type of.
I love all genres. I've always loved all genres, much to my mom's dismay, probably, in that she'd like me to be straight gospel. However, she did allow, we played in our instruments and whatnot, so we played classical. I went to operas and stuff like that with the school, that she allowed us to be exposed to all of that. Her brother, who was a professor at Fisk University, was very much an integral part of the singers there at Fisk, the Fisk Jubilee Singers, which is a very famous black group back in the day, and they traveled around. So those types of nuances were in our world, but now that was the limit of it. But I love all music of all types.
Okay. See, I like.
What about you, Lena? What's your favorite?
I like to say it sounds good to say I listen to all type of music, and I think on one level I do believe that I listen to all music, but when I like sit down and recount the songs that I listen to on a daily basis, it's usually just like neo soul. Actually, I don't listen to a lot of new music. I listen to like neo soul and then the older type music, and that's usually what I listen to on a regular basis. Now I can enjoy different type of music and see the beauty in it and listen to and everything, but I think for the most part that's what I listen to. Now I also was in band. I was in wind ensemble in high school, and I like 100% miss playing that music.
It's beautiful.
Classical music was so good, and the big band and the orchestra and that loud sound it's something else. It sounds good. I always wanted to write a hip hop orchestra or like a soulful orchestra, because I've never heard that. It's usually classical, but I could just imagine that.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Size of band playing hip hop or neo soul or soulful music. Oh, geez, it'd be something else. I already know.
Yeah, seriously, it would.
Yeah, that's amazing. So, do you guys think old school, new school? Or no, this is my question. What is new school now? Because I kind of feel like my age range is old school now, kind of.
Well,
everything has evolved. Everything has evolved.
Everything.
New school rap is like mumbling. That's new school rap. That's pretty much what it is. And then I feel like,
oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
The only genre that has kind of stayed the same has been pop. Pop has always been like that bubblegum, bop your head, rock your shoulders type of beat, and it stayed the same.
I like the mumble rap. Actually, I was a hater at first. I'm not saying nobody's a hater, but I was a hater. I was like, that ain't real rap. That's trash. These kids, they not talking about nothing or anything. But I heard an interview with Erykah Badu, and she was the people were asking her about what does she think about the new age rap and all of this. And she basically was just saying that it reminded her a lot of like African chants, and how like in the villages. They're chanting. They're not really saying words. They're saying chants, and they even do that in like Native American culture. And so she was saying that it really, to her, it seems like the generations are kind of connecting. And so sometimes it's not necessarily words that's important, it's the feeling. And so ever since she said that, I was like, that's interesting, because you don't think of it like that. You know, I'm always comparing it to what I feel is the real deal. And because it's different, I'm like, yeah, it's not good.
So how did you adjust from being a hater to being a supporter? I mean, I'm not a hater. Like, if it comes on, I'll listen to it. My nephew's into NLE Choppa right now, so I won't turn it off, but it's just like, I'm not playing this in my free time.
Right. It just doesn't speak to you, because it's not, you know what I mean? How did I transition? Once she said that, it changed my perspective. And so then I think I used to listen to that one. What was that show? What was that song that Timmy Turner? It was another kill, everybody walking.
If you could have just seen my face when you started singing it. I need intervention. I can't do it yet. I can't do it.
Well, at first, when I first heard it, I was like, what the hell is this? But then once my perspective changed, I was like, okay, this is kind of, I can kind of see it. It's kind of dope. So, I mean, I guess it's
heavy on the kinda.
You said what?
I said heavy on the kinda.
Heavy on the kinda. I think whatever genre or whatever was going on at your time, where you was in your, I guess, like in your younger years, where you were in those formative years, I think that's what we think is really good. What do you guys think?
No, that's a good point. Me too. I used to, in middle school and high school, for anybody who knew me then, they probably know this, but I had like an emo phase. And I still love a lot of that music, like My Chemical Romance, Panic at the Disco, all that.
Mm-hmm.
So you're absolutely right about that.
Yeah, I think that because if you talk to somebody who was born in the 70s, they're going to say the best music is disco. Well, what was before disco?
Was disco the 70s?
Yeah. If you talk in the 80s, they're going to say original hip hop is the best. You talk to
yes, absolutely. My dad will be a prime example.
Yeah. You talk to
in his eyes, nobody can rap better than the Ghetto Boys.
Mm-hmm. You talk to somebody in the 20s, they're going to say jazz is the birth of life. And it really is. I'm not going to tell you this.
Yeah, for sure. No, I hear you.
It's just like, what were we going to say?
So we talked about the song that first gave us that feeling. What would have been the song that was with you in like the most, so far, obviously, we're young, but so far, the song that was with you in like the most important time of your life? That go-to, that running in the car in the middle of the rain, slamming the door, tears falling down your eyes. Put it on the radio right now.
I can, let me see. Probably, Erykah Badu's coming to my mind. I listen to a lot of her music. Cause she's a
good one for sure.
Definitely. I'm gonna say Erykah Badu. I'm gonna say Bag Lady. That's what I'm gonna say.
An album? A song.
It's hard to, now tell me this. Do you guys have specific songs that just trumps all songs? Because for me, that's difficult. But what about you guys? Do you have like
hard?
It is hard.
I do have a go-to, but I think I have a go-to for everything. Like, I have a go-to for when I'm like feeling sad, a go-to for when I'm like, okay, let's get this party started.
Mm-hmm.
Like a go-to for everything.
Okay. Because listen, there are so many artists out here. Oh, okay, this is my next question. Mainstream or underground? What do you gravitate to?
I'm basic. I'm basic. I'm mainstream. All the way. I do go dig into the underground, but I always hear any artist that I really like, I always hear their mainstream stuff first. And I'm like, I wonder what else they got. You know, like if this is what made it to the radio, what else do they have?
AG, what about
everybody? J. Cole, Kanye.
Kendrick. Yeah. AG, what do you think?
I'm gonna say mainstream because I really don't know any underground. When I'm exposed to underground and hear about it and know about it, I listen to everything. But
Mhm.
at the end of the day, I can't say that I do a lot of underground because I'm not exposed to a lot of underground, and I'd say largely because I don't know where to look for it. But I'm always open to, SK said both. And BTD Mom, thank you for hosting the stream. We appreciate you. SK said she listens to both. I don't know. I would say for me it'd be more so mainstream.
Okay. Now, I used to be mainstream too, but I'm gonna tell you what happened to me. So I used to be in the band, and the Brad Williams, he's a drummer, HOD, he's also family. He asked me to sing backup for
Shout out to Brad.
Shout out for Brad. Brad is the baddest drummer in the mid. He's probably the baddest drummer in the U.S. And I'm not
No,
partial.
for real. Seriously.
I'm
The
partial.
man is talented.
But he asked me to sing backup for this artist that was coming to Kansas City. I'm like, okay, when I heard this, I had never heard of the lady. I still think about this today. Never heard of the lady. Her name was Crystal Warren. And when I heard her music, I was so distraught because I could not believe that I had been living 25 years or however old I was and experienced this woman's gift. She was absolutely amazing, top notch. And I was so distraught because I've never been exposed to her. And so what that did for me was it made me see, just because somebody's mainstream doesn't mean they're actually the best or that they're somebody that I connect to the most. So after that, I just started listening. I just tried to listen to people who were like indie artists or people who were not just in my.
Wait, who was it again?
You said again?
I said, who was it? Who was it again?
Her name is Crystal Warren. She's actually from Kansas City, Missouri. She actually
look her up.
Yeah, she's dope. Now her music is I don't know the genre, but I definitely feel the soul in her music. And I loved her music and I just was like, oh my God, it's such an honor to sing for her. But that just kind of just blew my mind. So I just I need to get out here and look up some different people. So I started finding people on I would get on SoundCloud and then I would just look up random people. And I found this guy named Moses Sumney. This man's voice is amazing. He sings heavenly, and I've never heard of him. And so I just, after that, I realized a whole different pot of people out there and talent that I can really be exposed to if I kind of get out there and search a little bit. Because do you guys, this is my, I think that just because you get the opportunity of mainstream. I know it's kind of changing now, the industry, because you can kind of blow up without any type of deals or anything, and without being mainstream, because all you really need to do is get on social media. But do you guys think that the person who gets the opportunity of becoming mainstream, does that mean that they're a better artist than somebody who is kind of has its own little community and not most people are going to hear about them? What do you guys think?
No, I don't think that. I think that they're just more popular. Also, for some people, they make the music their world, where it becomes everything to them. It becomes the money, it becomes the passion, everything. And I think that might be what gets you to that superstardom. However, some people don't have the capacity for it in that way. So some people, they do it as a release or as a hobby, and I don't think that makes their quality of work any less than the people who, just grind it day in, day out, almost killing themselves. And I think a lot of people should be more respectful of that, because as we've seen, when people get to that superstardom, there's nowhere else to go. And then you start seeing people topple and fall and make these massive mistakes because they've given all of themselves to the music. And it's okay for music to just be your side gig. It's okay for music to just be the thing that breathes you life without you having to breathe all of your life into it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I definitely agree with what you're saying, and I understand what you're saying. A lot of people, there's a lot of musicians who don't necessarily want to be mainstream, even though they are grinding every day to be just like a musician who is just a musician, and that's how they're making their living. Because there's a lot of, even here in Texas, it's a lot of bands, and the bands are good. Oh, they're great. They're really good. But they want to do gigs. They want to play at different restaurants or different venues, and that's what success looks like for them. So I think that's great. You have different levels of everything, and I try to hear multiple different. I like to get music from different places and even covers, because now you can. Back in the day, you were like somebody like Stevie Wonder, and I'm not going to say anything negative about Stevie Wonder, but he was amazing. He was multi-instrument. He knew how to play multiple instruments. He could sing, he could write, he could compose. And that was amazing for back then, because it seems like, he was a prodigy. But you come to today and you have something like the internet to where everybody can put all their stuff out there. You realize and you see, oh, it's a million people who can do these same things. You know what I mean? And they're just as talented and everything. So that's kind of what I like about.
Exactly. And I think a long time ago, the precedent was kind of set for people to like, oh, the grind don't stop with music.
Maybe, I think, maybe, did you hit mute, Shelly?
Oh, yep, I did. Okay, so I was saying, where did I stop?
The grind doesn't stop with.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. I think the precedent was set a long time ago that the grind doesn't stop with music, but it can. Like, you can slow down and you can keep going when you feel fit. And if you don't want to be out here in these streets and make it to, I feel like to be successful, it depends on the person. To be successful is what it means to you. If you feel like success is, at least someone's heard my music, then that's success for you.
Mm-hmm. Now, this, I want to ask this question before we get to the poll. What do you think that music should be censored? Should we censor music? Because I want to talk about back when heavy metal first started coming out. A lot of people had issues with it, and I mean, they were going to Congress and things of that nature to try to get this music to not be put out to people and to their kids and stuff. And then, when hip hop came out, everybody's had a field day ever since hip hop has been in the, and it's best censor, I guess, more vulgar or more whatever music. What is your opinion on it?
I don't think that music should be censored. I don't think music can change. I mean, I understand that it's powerful, but I don't think it can change people in the way that it makes them like jump. Or, like, that's what they were saying about hard rock. It's like, oh, it's making all of these kids demonic and they're making bad choices and they're giving up their lives. I don't think that's the thing. I just recently, like you were talking about hard rock back in the day, I just recently learned that in like Russia, they censor rap. Like, rap is super underground, like so underground to where the police get involved when people try to hold rap concerts. Because they're just like, no, this type of music is not allowed here. We're not going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just not okay. People have a story. Let them tell their story how they want to.
Yeah. Now, what do you think about, let's say, you have the Cardi B's, you have the Megan Stallions, you have the Mulattoes, what do you think about young girls listening to this music, to this very sexualized, it's out there. The music's out there. There's not really any shade. Curtains. How do you feel about this? Because that music, their fan base is gonna probably be between, 5 all the way up to whatever. But most of the people are teenagers and young adults. So those are those impressionable years. What do you think about them
Are, they
listening
absolutely are.
uncensored Megan Thee
I
Stallion,
feel like,
Cardi B?
I don't know. I feel like, of course, there's a certain age group that shouldn't be. But as far as like teenagers go, I think, me personally, I think it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's fine because, I mean, like I said, your music doesn't make you. We listen to, I feel like, worse stuff as teenagers. Hang on just a sec.
I'm, first the thing, I don't know. I don't necessarily think Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B have bad music, but it's definitely sexual. It's definitely out there. And I don't have children, but I don't.
Yeah, so
go ahead.
I apologize, but that's what I was getting at. So I think that as parents, it's our responsibility to kind of know what's going on and what they're listening to. But I think that you know your kid, and you know that music isn't going to change who they are. I think people who are like, oh my gosh, my daughter started listening to Cardi B and now she twerks all the time. That didn't happen, Brenda. It didn't happen. Like, your daughter was twerking before, she wants to do it in public because the songs are popular. So I don't know. I feel like, again, music doesn't change your life. Although I do know that certain age groups, like elementary students, probably some younger middle school students, shouldn't be listening to it only because they don't know of the content, and they shouldn't know of the content. I think once you get to the older ages, because of puberty and things, and you learning about different aspects of life, even if you're not engaging in what the songs are talking about, so it's not going to affect you one way or the other to hear what the songs are talking about. I'm not saying everybody start listening to Cardi B so they can be out here popping it, but I think because the song isn't going to affect what you're doing.
And I
can say, for myself personally, no song ever made me want to go out and do anything.
Well, I had some songs that made me want to feel my parts and other folks' parts too. So I think it depends. Now, as BTD Mom said, I'm not happy when toddlers are twerking and pulling on their privates, and I've seen it. So now, and I agree. One reason, welcome to the stream. Thank you for checking in, my brother. And I saw you talking earlier, and they were really in agreement with what you were saying. So I appreciate your input, and the people do too. Thank you, sir. I guess I have to say, I think that,
not today.
When we were talking earlier about how music makes you feel something, I think that we are kidding ourselves. The same way you feel something, those kids feel something too. They just may not know how to interact with that something that they're feeling, in my opinion. So I know that there were times when I could listen to music and people are like, little kids don't know. Kids know more than we think they know, in my opinion. And I think they act it out, they manifest it. And particularly when you get, you put the kids in the room because you think they didn't understand the words that was coming out of your mouth, and they get to experiment and practicing on one another, and then come back and be like, oh my God, Billy Bob he's been abused by his cousin Jimmy since he was 2. I'm just saying, a lot of that comes into play, in my opinion, because we assume that they don't know what's going on. And yeah, they in this chat been going. I laughed a couple times. They had me going, but there is a lot that the kids understand that and to some extent, they understand it as much as they can understand it at their ages. But just like your body responds to the music, just like your body responds to what you're hearing, I contend that their little bodies do too. They just don't know what to do with that, in my opinion. And y'all may disagree with that.
I agree.
What you're saying.
Okay. BTD Mom said, not gonna play Shirley Caesar in the bedroom. Well, I think that sexual music is needed, and I think that TP is even more needed. And it's just in case anybody don't know what that is, that's twerk therapy. And so I think everybody should be twerking. And once you get to that age, everybody should be practicing twerking because it's good for the soul. And that's what I think is important.
Now, what do you think? One reason, because I pay attention to the chat. One reason said the kids grow up confused. How do you two feel about that?
I don't know. Like, I feel like there were songs that I would listen to in middle school and high school that obviously now as an adult, I know they had a certain context that I didn't know then. So like hearing them as an adult, it's just like Disney movies. Like Disney movies, you see Cinderella running all around. You don't catch all of the little sneaky parental suggestions they have in the background. Like I listened to songs that did not do anything to me until I was an adult.
Now I'm gonna say I was that kid.
Yeah.
I was that kid that I understood the words that was coming out of their mouth, and I understood very early on. So I think, and I'm gonna say honestly, I think sometimes we kid ourselves as adults that the kids don't know what that means and what's going on. However, I do feel like kids. The nasty rhymes and the nasty stuff that was in the song, I understood it. And then you had your nasty cousins that might have been a little older and was exposing you to whatever the nasty rhyme was and said, let's try this. So it's a whole lot of that going on. I think we're deceiving ourselves to think these kids are not going. I mean, and I don't think that was just in my day. I think it's been the whole time. I think your generation had the same thing, and I think your kids are going to have the same, because that's just the thing. And to tell ourselves these kids don't know what these songs mean, to tell ourselves these kids don't know what's being alluded to sexually, and the overtones and the cartoons and the video, they are not slow. And if anything, our kids are smarter than they were. They just keep getting smarter and smarter. So
you know what, Angie, if I'm being honest, one major factor that I am not paying attention to, or I guess including, is that in my day when I was an adolescent, we only heard songs on the radio. The radio was like our primary source of hearing new music or any music at all. And we know on the radio, everything is heavily censored. So all the words that the kids are hearing now on Instagram and YouTube and TikTok and Spotify or whatever they're listening to their music on, it's full bodied. They're getting everything, no chaser, straight up the first time they hear it.
One reason
they're not hearing
the radio was the worst. You're right, Reason. The radio was the worst, because this is the thing: the kids know where to get. Y'all remember when now see this? Y'all not gonna remember anything about this. So let me just break out to the audience out there. Y'all remember the 1-777-444 whatever, and had the nasty talk line on it, and we were in grade school and we found that nasty talk line. So at the end of the day, and I'm not talking about no teenagers, we was calling the nasty talk line when we were in elementary school. Me and David Holmes was under the desk in kindergarten trying to put tongues down folks' throats. So now, yes, yeah, y'all quit playing. Y'all know y'all called that nasty line. Y'all know y'all called that nasty line. And the same with the music. You always found somebody that would expose you on the radio, or somebody had the records at their house, and when y'all would go to cousin's house, y'all go upstairs and be real quiet while mom and all them was down there kiki laughing and talking, and it was a whole nother agenda going on upstairs with that music. And I know I'm telling the truth.
Tell the truth, shame the devil.
I'm telling the truth and shaming the devil. So I think all of this that we want to romanticize, that's not being understood and not going on with these songs, I think somebody lying to themselves. That's my opinion.
I don't think that they 100% understand it, but I think on a lot of levels they do, because you're right. You're right. I as a child, I was I knew the Crybaby. Does anybody remember that dance?
Yes.
I knew that very.
Yeah.
See, I didn't. My cousins used to always make fun of me because I didn't. Maybe it was just me, y'all. Maybe it was just me, because now I'm starting to realize there's a lot going on.
Somebody said I had As We Lay. Rebel had As We Lay as her favorite song in 5th grade.
Jesus Christ. Tell the Lord. Not as we lay. We forget about tomorrow. As
As we lay. And they be listen, y'all quit playing, because these little kids be out here with testing parts and poking and carrying on to this music. So I'm just saying, y'all got me bent on this one, because I don't think there's a reality check going on here, because baby, those songs evoke them same feelings and emotions. And I can remember slobbering on the TV while the song was going on, trying to French kiss the TV, and I left a tongue mark on the TV. Y'all ain't ready for me.
I didn't know.
You know what? And I'm considered, like, when I started having kids, I was thinking, how am I going to raise my children? You know, if I censor my kids from all of this like new age, because kids kind of, when you expose them to a lot, I believe that they mature faster than they're supposed to. And so I'm thinking, you know, I'm going to censor them. They're going to be in the house. We're going to be listening to church music.
But you didn't listen to church music all the time.
Well, that's true, but I'm just saying.
And that's what I was about to.
Go ahead, Shelby.
That's what I was about to ask. My parents were not like that. We weren't forced to only listen to church music. My dad would hop in the car, put on his rap CDs. My mom would put on her Usher, Tamia, R. Kelly, whoever. And we just wouldn't have discussions about it. So I wonder if that plays into it.
That, I believe that plays into the confusion, because kids shouldn't be learning about it, but you only learn about sexual things from music. Like, you don't learn from a teacher who's teaching you the correct things. You're only getting it from the nasty music, or not necessarily nasty, but the sexualized music. And so then you're confused. I think that's what happens with the confusion, because you never have an actual source that comes in and tells you, okay, this is what's right, this is what's not, this is what safe sex is. And so now I think it is a little different now, because you have the internet, so you can just go to the website and ask different website questions. But you can get
trying to cover it up, though, almost plays into them being more curious. I mean, we all know the more someone tells you no about something, the more you want to do it. So I think trying not to play it, well, not even trying not to play it, but like trying to say, no, you can't listen to that. No, you can't listen to that. Only listen to this. Only listen to this. Only plays into it. Like, I don't know, like I said earlier, my nephew and my son listen to NLE Choppa. I'll play NLE Choppa, but I'll play like the edited versions on Apple Music, because they're 6 and they don't need to be listening to everything NLE Choppa is talking about.
But then it's like,
so I don't know.
If you are somebody who uses profanity and talk vulgar, what's the point in I'm not talking about you specifically, I'm saying just anybody. Of censoring your music when you're not censoring yourself.
So the curse words aren't what I'm worried about. The curse words are not what I'm worried about. I don't care if they're hearing just the curse words. Mm-hmm. But the drug dealing and the scheming and the robbing and the popping pills and the fornicating with different women every single night is what I'm worried about.
Yeah, I understand. Well, you know,
but I do play a variety. Jameis has heard, my son has heard, you know, rap, hip hop, rock, alternative, country, gospel, all of it. So I'm not just sitting here every time we get in the car putting on a Cardi B CD and that's all he's listening to on repeat.
Well, you know, they even have Drop It Low for Jesus.
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 They got church. I heard some church the other day, and I was like, I had to stop myself, because I was trying to praise God, but for some reason my hips, my booty, they started, twerking. And I knew it was for Jesus, and I didn't know if you could twerk. Can you twerk?
Twerk for Jesus, girl. Twerk for Jesus.
Pray for me. I'm confused.
Now, in all seriousness, I'm going to say this real quickly. I know of a parent, the open conversation, I think it's a great opportunity to have conversation and to really talk about some things. So I agree with everybody there. I don't have any problem there. I do know a family where they are open, they talk, they hold the whole nine. The kids have the internet, they have the headphones on, they do pay attention to what they're listening to and da 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 da. Now, what did end up happening was that somehow, some way or another, there was some music that was being fed in. There was something that was being fed into this child. Months later, we find out the kid's been listening to this on the headphones in late night hours, because, you know, we're watching the kids and everything, but late night hours, what that child is being exposed to in those headphones is not something the parents would approve of. And the child is really in a place of, it's jacked up right now. So, you know, and I hear what we're saying, but this is 2021, y'all. There's some real stuff and some real life going on out here. And even though we can have the conversation, which all of that was there, and yada, 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 there's something else that happens when they get those headphones and they get to themselves and stuff starts happening, y'all. I'm just keeping it real.
Yeah, I think what kids get put into themselves is what's going to come out. And so that's where you don't want to censor music, but you kind of do. You know, you want to let your kids know that this is not okay. Prime example, and this doesn't have anything to do with music, but I remember when I was younger, I was babysitting this kid, and the kid, she was like, "Can I do your hair?" And I was like, "Sure, you can do my hair." So I sit on the floor, she gets the comb, and girl, she got to combing my hair, but she was like, I wasn't doing anything, but she was just like, sit back before I pop you in your head. And she was parting my hair. She was like, "I'm getting tired of you." And I'm like, I'm sitting back. I ain't doing nothing. But she's just saying all these things because this is what somebody is saying to her when she's getting her hair done. So now she's thinking this is what getting hair done is like. And so she's literally telling me, sit back. And she even popped me in my head one time with the comb. I said, "You know what? That's enough, little girl. I don't even know you like that. My hair didn't even need to be done." So I was playing. But I think that speaks to kids they pick things up and they are sponges.
Yes.
So listening to this music, what was that one music? I knew that song. It was touch your head, your shoulder, your knees, your toe, twerk that body right across the floor, because gangsters don't marry in they groove. I want you hoes busting your ass when you move. So I mean, I think that we have to consider what's really going on. The kids are going to be taking that in. Yeah. So if you have a song that's explaining how to twerk, they're gonna learn how to twerk.
Yeah.
So I think that's something that's what the whole music thing is, and I would think to censor my kids because, you know, they're sponges. They're gonna take it in. So that's.
So Shelly, talk to me. So we hear, and I see SK8840 said kids are going to imitate their experience. I saw One Reason said we can't put them in a bubble. I get it. So where are you coming at on this point, Shelly?
I'm with both of them. I don't believe in putting the kids in the bubble. I believe in open doors as well, like, and boundaries. Like, you can watch whatever you want. I mean, pause. You can't watch whatever you want. You can watch what you want within a certain set of parameters. Like, we only use YouTube Kids. We're not going to be on just full-blown YouTube all day and night. Also, I don't like the sitting on the tablets or the phones while they're on the charger. Like, if it dies, go find something else to do. Go find a book. Go find toys to play with or something. Like, we're not just sitting on the tablet while it's on the charger. So just boundaries, like, set a set of rules where your kids know, like, I'm free to do this as long as I stay within these limits, so that they don't feel boxed in and trying to break out of the box, but they also aren't just running wild.
I think that's and I think everybody has to kind of find what their skill is going to be. So you have to do what you feel comfortable with and how you want to raise your kids. It's just like that, you know. But music is so versatile and it's beautiful, and you have different genres. You have different type of songs that you listen to. So I wanted us to bring this poll up. We created a poll because we want to talk with the audience. We want to know what your guys' opinions are on some of these songs. So we want you guys to engage with us. We're going to bring up a poll and we're going to talk about what are some of the best songs in some of the different categories. So, our first category is Between the Sheets. This is a category. Come on.
Let the Lord
Do
use
y'all
you.
good Between the Sheets song? That's not on the poll. What do you think, Shelly? Do you have any good songs that you like?
Oh, I have a few between the sheets. Let's go with I mean, we can't deny the top known Neighbors Know My Name. Everybody knows that one. Even if you didn't know what it was about, you knew it. You knew the song.
Mm.
I could go on and on. If we're talking like artists, Jeremiah, Trey Songz, Chris Brown, all have toppled that category.
Mm-hmm.
What are some older school? I don't know much about the older school Between the Sheets music. What are some older school artists that have been active?
Insatiable from Prince. That's what One Reason has out there. Come on here.
Okay.
I Still Like Cruising by Smokey Robinson. Come on here.
Yes, but
Say it again, Lena.
have you heard the D'Angelo version of Cruising? It's good too. It's good too. It ain't better, but it's good too.
Come on.
D'Angelo.
Yeah, he does that. I listen to that all the time. So we have on our poll on our first one. So it's the first one is Neighbors Know My Name by Trey Songz. So what we want you guys to do is to vote and see which one you think is the best. So we have
are we A, B, C, D, E or A, B, C? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
A, B, C, D, E. So the first one is Neighbors Know My Name by Trey Songz. That's a good one. Knocking the Boots by H-Town. We had to put that one on there. Come on, AG.
Well, I'm just saying.
Everybody
Sing, Lena.
good.
Sing, Lena.
They had the Timberlands on them baggy jeans and the
Come on.
shirt was open.
Oh, woo! Did you get hot, girl?
Bless the Lord.
Did you have a skin orgasm?
I had a felt it. Okay, and then you have On It by Jasmine Sullivan. That's a good one. That's a new one.
Come on, truck driver, turn off the lights. I told the girls that they wasn't feeling me the other day when I threw that out there. We showing our age, but honey, you can always turn off the lights. Oh, come on,
like
turn them off. That's when
she thought he was playing.
Listen, turn them off.
And them lights on. He said, "Turn them off." I like. And then the last one is Between the Sheets by the Isley Brothers.
And I think for those in Twitch, the poll is coming up. I'm trying to look and see if we got the poll up. Is the poll up? Is the poll up? And for everybody else, go through that list one more time, if you would, Lena, and give them what the number. The poll is not working. Okay, the poll is not working, so we're just gonna have to do it the rough way, Lena. Sorry.
And so y'all tell me, between these 5 songs, which one is the best for you guys? The first one is Neighbor Knows My Name by Trey Songz. The second one is Knocking the Boots by H-Town. The third one is On It by Jasmine Sullivan. Let me. Okay, I ain't gonna sing it. The fourth one is Turn Off the Lights, Teddy Pendergrass.
Come on.
And then the last one is Between the Sheets. Isley, bro. Come on.
Neighbors Know My Name. If anyone says anything else, they're lying.
Neighbors Know My Name.
I don't even know that song. I've never heard of it.
You're all lying.
I've never heard of
As soon
it.
as we get started making love, going hard, I hear a boom, 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 boom.
I got a four. I see Teddy.
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 It's gonna be Knocking the Boots for me.
Come on, E. And I'm gonna ask the moderator. Are you logging these, tallying these?
That one's
E's are taking it. It's neck and neck between the E's and the Teddies.
It looks like it.
Isley Brothers. That's Hey Girl, what's your name?
Sing, Lena.
As far as I can see. That's the jam. That's that sweet. That's them sweet love songs.
Come on.
We don't get. They don't get that no more.
Somebody said, was Teddy 4 or 5?
Teddy was 4. But I see that's who they want. They want Teddy. Come on, Teddy.
Turn them off.
Turn them lights off, girl.
I'm trying to tell you.
No. What if you ain't had no match? I ain't got no matches. Leave that candle off, girl.
I saw a lot of 5s in there too, though. What was 5?
5 was Between the Sheets by Isley Brothers.
Okay.
I think that's a tie. We're gonna say that was a tie.
Okay.
All right. Somebody says Teddy's winning. Hey, it's a tie or Teddy won. But Teddy had that. That was a good song.
I'm telling you.
Our next one is gonna be called Knees Like Megan. Y'all ain't ready for this one. This is the twerking one. If you ain't got the knees like Megan, I don't wanna see it. I'm just playing. Okay, so the first one on this one is Megan Thee Stallion, Body. Body, yada, 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 yada. So that's number 1. The second one is Salt Shaker, Yin Yang Twins. Y'all remember that one? Shaker, 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 shaker. Y'all know that about that one. That was a mod. Okay, and then we have Up by Cardi B. And then we have Shake It Fast by Mystical. And then we have Twerk by City Girls and Cardi. I think is the best Megan Nee's song. Angie, do you have one? Which one are you going to say?
Well, I'm going to be, unfortunately, one of those that don't know hardly any of the songs that you just named other than Body Yada 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 Yada. I know that one.
You know about her?
Yes, I know that one. Only because I've been out here in these Twitch streets and they play it quite a bit in these Twitch streets. That's how I know it. Oh, come on, Mino. Come on, Mino. Truck driver. Stacy.
We got a 2, we got a 1. I mean, you can't go wrong with Shake It.
I just like Body because it's hot. The video's hot. The song is hot. It's hot.
But, yeah. They saying 1. They talking
Shake It Fast. That's the only one she knows. Come on, BTD mom. Mel said, I don't know any of them.
Hey, watch yourself.
Come on.
Mel, you don't know Shake It Fast?
Show me what you working with.
That used to be the jam. That was twerking songs before twerking became like mainstream.
Come on.
That was like when it was just us twerking.
Yes.
That's the only way.
Heavy on us.
I think it's number 1, Body 1. What do you guys think?
I think Body Yada 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 got it.
What are the choices again? Okay, the choices are Body by Megan Thee Stallion, Salt Shaker by Yin Yang Twins.
Give him the number, Lena.
Okay, number 1 is Body, Megan Thee Stallion. Number 2 is Salt Shaker by Yin Yang Twins. Number 3 is Up by Cardi B. Number 4 is Shake It Fast by Mystical. He's so crazy. Number 5 is Twerk by the City Girls and Cardi B.
Okay.
What are y'all thinking?
I think most people put their vote in.
I vote for Shake It Fast too. I'm not gonna tell you no story because I feel like it's the OG twerker song, and you can't go wrong with it.
See, where we at, Rebel? Who won? Hi, Shelly Welly's mom. Shelly's having some technical
Body yada
difficulties.
yada 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 one.
Okay.
I think. Okay. The next one, Body Yaddy won that one. So the next one, the next category we got, y'all, is called Side Chick. This is a category for all the side chick songs. You know what's up. So here we go. Number 1 is Girl Like Me by Jasmine Sullivan. Number 2 is My Side Piece by Pokey. Y'all know that one? I go wrong on my side piece. That's the jam. Okay, then number 3 is Contagious by Isley Brothers. Everybody knows this song. And then the last one is As We Lay by Kelly Price. What do you guys think?
Rebel, it's obviously 5 for you as we lay, since you had it all the way back in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade.
Not the 5th grade, Jesus Christ. As we lay.
They're not voting on this one. They are not here for the side chicks.
They
Y'all don't
not,
hear chicks?
they not feeling
Come on.
side chicks. They don't like the side chicks ministry.
We
But I'm going with Girl Like Me.
girl like me, I'm going with my side piece because it's hilarious. The song, the video is hilarious. I ain't wrong. My side piece.
Come
It's
on,
hilarious.
Lino. I love it.
5 as we lay, 5 as we lay, yes. Because you know what? As we lay was kind of like, it had some heart into it. We all could kind of feel it a little bit. We forgot about tomorrow. Okay, I'm done. Side piece is my jam too. I love that song because it caught me off guard. We got 3 Contagious. Yeah.
Oh, somebody said I'm gonna jump out the box and say saving all my love for you. Well, all right then, SK.
Oh, that's a good one. I'm saving all my love. That one for you. Is that the one? I like Shirley be singing the yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes. I like Shirley singing it. That's a good one. I'm gonna say as we lay won that one.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we're gonna do one more. Or we're gonna do 2 more. So the next one is the bust the windows out your car. That is the next category. So the first song, number 1, is of course "Bust the Windows" by Jasmine Sullivan. The second one is "From His Woman to You" by Barbara Mason. Now y'all know something about that one. That's a A. And then number 3 is called "Tyrone" by Erykah Badu. And then number 4 is "Through Your Phone" by Cardi B. And then number 5 is "Sorry" by Beyonce. What do you guys think? This is the bust the windows out your car genre. So, hey, I'm not about to play no more games with you. It's either these windows get busted or you get
I'm going with Becky with the good hair.
Becky with the good hair.
Absolutely. That song was iconic. That woman got on HBO on a Wednesday night and drug Jay-Z through the mud.
Did she do it?
And he deserved it. That's just my opinion. But mine is going to be Tyrone on this one. Call Tyrone. It's going to be mine, yeah. I think you better call Tyrone.
That's what I'm saying. Come get it.
Because I'm with it no more.
See, and you can't use my phone. That's all I gotta say about that.
My phone.
Call the ones that was always with you every time we tried to get together, and they was someplace tagging along.
Right. Like we can't hang out by ourselves.
Can't do it by ourselves. And we sick and tired of being sick and tired. You better call. You better call him.
Yes. What you think? You think I'm a charity?
Call him. One reason. Come on, call him.
That's back when they had the payphones. You better get out to that gas station and get to that payphone. Here's 25 cents and get on and pay and call who you gonna call.
See, now you're showing your age because you said the payphone and I was getting ready to respond. You said get your 25 cents. I was getting ready to say a dime.
Oh Lord, see what I'm saying?
Payphone was a dime back in the day, Lena. It was a dime, but okay, I got you. It was a dime. Payphone was a dime.
I just swept the dime up in the trash. No, I'm just playing.
That was one reason said call collect.
Oh. You better do something.
You can't use my phone.
It's gonna be out on the curb.
See,
I think I wasn't even paying attention, but I think Tyrone won that one.
I think it did. I think it did.
Okay, and then the last one is called Not So Eminem. So this is our last category. And the number 1 is, I'm not sure if y'all know this one, but it's called Woman by Lapsley. Okay, the second one is called I Write Sins with No Tragedies by Panic. at the Disco. The third one is called Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus. And then the fourth one is Shake It Off by Taylor Swift. Shake it off, shake it off. And then the fifth one is Old Town Road by Lil Nas X. I'm gonna take my horse to the Old Town Road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. That's usually how I sing it.
Sing it, Lena. Sing it.
You know, I'm gonna take my horse to the Old Town Road. I'm ride till I can't.
Mine is I write sins, not tragedies.
So
I was conflicted. I'm not gonna lie, I was conflicted putting Lil Nas X in this category because
I'm not. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. But the only reason was because of Billy Cyrus Ray. What's his name? Billy Ray Cyrus. What do you think?
Very true. Very true. Miley's dad was on that song.
Shake it off, shake it. Taylor went off on that song. She wasn't playing with y'all.
No,
She said the
Taylor goes off. I mean, Taylor's got some gold in her albums.
I'm not a pop fan really, but I like this song. Shake it off, shake it off. I stay up too late.
come on.
They take
Does anybody in the comments, do you guys even know who Panic at the Disco is or know a Panic at the Disco song?
Probably not. But let's see. Taylor's Pen Game is crazy.
Yeah.
One reason Taylor's Pen Game is crazy. She's real, yeah.
Yeah.
No, for real. Taylor gets in that booth and does what needs to be done.
Yeah.
She she writes her music, performs her music. She plays it on guitar. She's getting 3 or 4 chicks on each song she writes. So I'm a Taylor fan.
And Retta Divine, I want to welcome you to Reboot. Thank you for stopping in today. Thank you. We're so glad you're here. And you came right on in and got ready to vote. So thank you. Retta Divine in the house. Thank you for coming.
We'll take it. What's looking like who's looking like the winner on this one?
What we looking like, Rebel?
It says sounds familiar, another one. I know nobody know the Woman Lapsy song. I heard that song at Target. And I said, this is a good song. And then I looked it up on Shazam and put it in my phone.
It's a tie, Lena, between Party and Shake It Off.
All right. Well, ain't nothing wrong with that. Well, the people have spoken.
They've spoken.
Y'all songs that y'all felt was the best out of the list. And honey, I think y'all chose well. That's the poll. Thank y'all. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to our last segment. People who've been before know that our last segment is called Turn That Thing Around. So here we go. Okay, so
this is my favorite part always.
what's your favorite part? So turn it.
This is my favorite part always because I feel like the foolery comes out.
Exactly.
The shenanigans kick in and we go into overdrive.
A point. This is the point. So what you want to do is give a list. And actually, we're going to do Shelly and Angine today. So what I'm going to do is give a list of things that are kind of negative. And so we see them as negative. And so the objective is to turn the negative into positive and pick out the positive in every situation, because I believe that perspective is always going to be the key to success. So you might be in this negative situation. You can't help that. But what you can help is how you look at things. So we're going to start off with Shelly, and then I'm going to Angine for number 2, and then Shelly for number 3. And then we'll go like that, okay?
Okay.
So the topic is music disasters. Number 1, what do you do? Your favorite artist has turned out to be a womanizer or some type of he or she, they're in the Me Too movement, or they've done something that you totally are against of, and up to this point you've connected with their music completely. You got the songs downloaded, you got the shirts, you go to the concerts. You got the decals on your car. Like, this is your guy. This is your artist or woman. What do you do when you find out They're not too good in the background.
I have previously been a canceller. I fully supported the cancellation of Kanye West. I fully supported the cancellation of R. Kelly, but I'm reformed. I'm a reformed canceller. I no longer believe in just getting rid of the person and the music and everything else. However, I do believe in separating the person from their music. So I don't follow the artists whom I've canceled before. Like, I don't follow their personal or social lives anymore. But I do still listen to their music. Like, if it comes on in the playlist, I'm not turning it off. Because I do like the song. So as a listener, I would say just separate the person from their music. They made the music in a different state. They made the music before they got involved, hopefully. And in some cases, they didn't. But either way it goes, they weren't doing what they're in trouble for doing in the studio. I guess. That might sound bad, but that's what I've done.
Hey, this is
separating the person from music.
Okay. That's good. That's good. Okay, number 2, Aunt Jean, this is for you. What if, oh Jesus, you paying for Spotify, you paying for Apple Music, you paying for SoundCloud, your favorite song is on all 3, but something happened with the copyrights and now the song's off the platforms. Now you can't even get to the music that you can't even hear the song that you love to hear every morning, every evening, every night. What do you do about that? Because you're distraught at this point. How do you see the positive in that?
Well, for me, I'm that one. I'm going to go out and directly purchase from that artist anyway. So I more than likely, I already got that in my repertoire somewhere. And so I feel like, even I know everything is digital right now, but I feel like even above and beyond the digital, I think we still need to understand the dynamics of why we can support our artists other than just digital music. They have other venues and other avenues that we can get their music. And I think it may be a little more inconvenient because we like the convenience of being able to just stream it, download it, whatever. But if that's my jam, if that's my song, if that's my artist, if that's who I'm supporting, I'm going to do whatever I need to do, because to me, that's real love and that's real support. I'm going to go out there and get off of the digital market, and I'm still going to get that music and contribute my finances to the cause of the creation that they made. Because, hey, it's all about supporting the artist, right? So if I can't support you online, I'm going to support you offline, but you're going to get my support.
Yes.
I agree. If the grid goes down, I'm just going to go back to the old school forms. CDs and MP3s and such.
Digital that we don't even realize that they still print CDs. They still have CDs for different stuff. They really do.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, anything. You can really do it.
Yeah.
So, that was good. Okay, number 3. Shelly. What if, maybe we should do this for Aunt Jean.
Oh, Lord. You can't pick and choose. Okay, come on.
We're going to do this for Aunt Jean, okay. Your favorite artist, okay, it's your celebrity smash pass. Okay, do you know what that is, Aunt Jean?
That's what I was going to say. You're going to have to give me the definition of the word.
Are we giving hall pass on the Reboot podcast?
We are giving the smash pass on the Reboot. It's if you meet your celebrity, even though you're committed to somebody, you have a pass with this person. If you ever got a chance to
we
be
just gonna
person.
smash. Okay. I think I got a smash pass. I think I got it.
Yeah. Okay. So if your favorite artist, so you got the smash pass, but they made a statement that his type is actually the complete opposite of what you are, and so then that means you don't have a chance with him. How can you find a positive in that?
I don't care.
Period. At all. Don't care.
I feel just as good about myself. I feel just as good about myself and who I'm with as you feel like. You ain't making me feel like all that in a bag of chips. I'm all that in a bag of chips without your tail. So the fact that you want something different and you don't want me, I don't care. Am I saying that? Did I miss the question? Am I understanding it clearly? Because
Wait, let me repeat the question because I see somebody said in the comments. What was it again? Okay. So your favorite artist, you have gotten the Smash Pass
And
from your part.
explain the Smash Pass for those of us that didn't know what it was before this second.
The Smash Pass is when you and your person you with, y'all decide, okay, if this celebrity, if you get a chance to be with the celebrity sexually, you can do it. This is your Smash Pass, this celebrity Smash Pass. Okay? Because, it's like the odds are really, you know what I mean? So, and then you get the Smash Pass, you're in the vicinity of the celebrity, but the celebrity made a statement and said what they like and a partner, and it's the opposite of you.
Yeah.
So, how do you see the positive in that? What do you do?
I'm gonna tell you, the positive in that is that I feel just as good about myself as I feel about this celebrity. That celebrity ain't nothing, as my mama would say, breath and britches. I don't care. Number one, you don't have to give me a Smash Pass because, number one, if I'm in a committed relationship with somebody, I don't want the celebrity anyway. I got just what I wanted and I got what I got and I'm happy. However, if I'm dealing in the world where folks want a Smash Pass, now I'm trying to wrap my brain around this, Lena. I'm trying to wrap my brain. If I'm living in an existence where the Smash Pass means something to me and I'm not that celebrity's type, you ain't you ain't took no skin off my nose. I'm gonna keep it stepping and feel real good about myself because, baby, you just don't know what you missed because the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice, and baby, this juice is fine wine. So anyway, that's how I feel.
AG, I knew to give this question to you because you know what? You took it in. That
I'm just saying.
You got good with you. Okay, and that's what I like that.
Hey.
Okay, Shelly, this one is for you. What do you do?
Okay, I'm here. Let's go.
Your favorite artist is at the venue you like to go to, but every time you try to get their tickets, the tickets are way too high. I mean, they don't got a Groupon. Ain't nobody selling the tickets for half price on the side of the door. The tickets is $500 for the back row. What do you do? It's your favorite artist.
I'm gonna pay it one time. One good time, I'm gonna pay it. I'm gonna pull out all the stops, and I'm gonna go. Because if the experience of just listening to their music through my headphones or through my car speakers is as euphoric as it is, I can only imagine what a live performance is going to be like with the live instruments and the raw, I'm going to pay it one good time.
Okay. What if you can't afford it? What if you at the point where you struggling to save $1 out of each paycheck?
I'm going to pretend to have broken my neck and start a GoFundMe.
Oh, come on.
And the people are going to donate to my GoFundMe.
You got to get creative because you know what? I would give some money to a GoFundMe if somebody broke their neck. I definitely
No, that's so bad. I'm just kidding. I probably do. Man, that's hard. I'd probably sit in the parking lot, get a couple drinks, sit out in the parking lot. That way I can still hear it. I'm not in the stadium or whatever, but you could still hear it.
Has anybody tried to sneak into a concert? Anybody?
No,
I haven't. Have you? You put your hand up.
Put on a security jacket, carry some stuff in. Nobody's ever tried that?
I do know some people that have snuck into a concert. I haven't, but I know some people that did and ended up on the front row.
Listen, Lena knows the steps.
I mean, I have a lot of
telling me something.
I have a lot of instrument cases. I got a guitar case. I got a lot. I just grab something and go up in there like, "Yo, we playing 5," and they be like, "Oh, come through." You know, it's in different spaces. Okay, that was a good one. Okay, number 5, Aunt Jean. Okay, this one might be a little. Your favorite artist has passed away, and now you know you'll never be able to experience any new music from that artist. How do you see the positive in that?
Listen, Aretha left a legacy that is unparalleled and can never, ever. So at this point, you know, I do comfort myself with comfort ye one another with these words. Aretha has left music that I can replay. I can play and replay whenever I want to, and I can experience it. Now, as far as the new, I can take something like that and daydreaming. Let's look at that. Retha, baby, Retha sang the daylights out of daydreaming. And so Retha can't bring any more back, but this was even before Retha died that it was done. But you got artists that can re-envision that thing. Tweet sang daydreaming, and Tweet sang the devil out of daydreaming.
Honey, she did that.
She did that thing. She sang the devil out of daydreaming. So this is the thing that I feel, even though and nobody will ever touch Retha. Nobody in my book will ever touch Retha. But I do feel like there are some young artists with new, vibrant artistry will come through at some point and redesign some of her stuff.
That's good, Angine. That's good. Right. You can get the remix.
The remix.
And for anybody who
that would be nice.
By Aretha Franklin, please do yourself a favor. Make this a beautiful Friday and go listen to Daydream by Aretha. And then when you're done with that, look for Daydreaming by Tweet. Now, that one's a little harder to find, but I think it's on YouTube. You're going to be blessed.
Tweet, you're going to be the mess out of that song.
You're going to be daydreaming yourself. That's what's going to be. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Okay, number 6. Shelly, you ready? What do you do when you lose the taste for the music you have once loved? Like, you start getting to a point where the music that you really mess with and really listen to on a regular basis just not sounding or doing for you how it used to. What do you do at that point? How can you see the positive in that? Because it's like a death almost. But go ahead.
Man, it is. I hope that never happened. That has not happened to me yet. But I guess I would just find other music in that genre. You know, I've gotten to the point where like certain playlists that I've created get played out. Like no matter how many times I hit shuffle, this playlist is just not hitting anymore.
Right.
So yeah, I would just play another playlist and find a different one with the same kind of songs. And leave it alone for a minute. Let it breathe. Let it rest. Just don't listen to those songs for a few minutes, few days, and then come back to it when I'm ready.
Okay, that's a good little. Just give it some time. You've played it out, baby. You played it out. It needs some time to rest, just like any other thing in life. Okay. And Gene, this is the last one.
Okay.
What do you do when you be? This is how you be dancing to all the songs you listen to. And then you really listen and you realize there ain't no positive message in none of these songs I'm listening to. This is just all garbage. Not necessarily in the sound, but in the message. What do you do? Because you've elevated to a level to where you're positive, but now the music you listen to is like here and you're here. It's some type of discrepancy there. What do you do? How do you see the positive in that?
Well, for one thing, I listen and I realize that there are songs for seasons and times, and my ear palette, just like my mouth palette, just like my taste buds change as I mature and as I get older, so has my ear palette. And so I'm not going to knock myself if that's where I was and that's what I was listening at the time, so be it. But my ear palette's probably going to change. But listen, I'm going to tell it like this. There's some things I don't care whether the message is good or bad. I'm going to keep singing it like Bang Bang. Bang Bang is my song. And I don't care from now until.
Hey, that's a good.
Bang Bang. I say Bang Bang and people look at me like, no, Regina, no. And I'm like, yes, Regina, yes, because Bang Bang does something for me. And I don't care whether people like it or not. It's going to always be my song, good, bad, or otherwise. I like Bang Bang. And when I need a boost and when I need a lift in my lowest hour, Bang Bang is coming on. And I got a friend who is a musician and a singer, and I literally have called her on the phone and had her sing Bang Bang.
Shelly, do you have a song like this? Do you have a song like this, like Bang Bang, where it's not necessarily the greatest message, but you just love it and you just gonna listen to it no matter what?
I mean, I think I might be kidding myself if I did it. Yeah, absolutely. I have a few. I have
Listen,
a few
bang bang.
songs that as soon as like my kids walk in the room, I'm like, all right, click, click.
Oh, shoot.
Bang Bang is a good one.
Bang Bang
Well,
is a
there.
good one.
Bang Bang is a good one. Gorilla by Bruno Mars.
Yes.
I wonder if any of the listeners know this song. It's a country song, or it might be considered a pop song. But the girl, she's literally saying, "I hope you find the person that you love, and I hope she's the best thing, and I hope she fulfills all your dreams,
Oh yeah, and then I hope she cheats.
and then I hope she cheats." Oh my God. What is that song? Does anybody know the name of that song? When I first heard this song, I was like, oh, this is so beautiful. And then she said, and then I hope she cheats. And I was
Let
like,
me see if I can look it up on not Instagram, Apple Music.
what's out here?
Don't
That was
put that out in the trash.
Hey, Jean, have you heard this song?
I haven't heard that one. I'm looking at Retta Divine, who's Lena sings some Bang Bang. She doesn't know. Retta doesn't know Bang Bang. She said cheat on you with the basketball player. Wrong reason said. Go ahead.
To the ground, bang, bang. He shot me down, bang, bang. To the ground, bang, bang. That's all I know. That ain't actually how it sounds, but that's how I be singing it.
See. Now I was actually talking about another Bang Bang.
Oh, Jesus. Hey, what song are you talking about?
Bang Bang into the room. Bang now, y'all give. Bang bang all over you.
That's Minaj. It's like 4 different people. Hey, Gene.
Yes, I love Bang Bang.
Ariana Grande, Jessie J,
Yeah, I
and
love
Nicki
Bang
Minaj.
Bang.
And I did not know that song had a message. What is the
Wait a
message?
minute, let me
It's a
take
bad
you
message.
there. Y'all better ask somebody.
Now I'm looking up the lyrics.
Hey,
She
Gene.
got a body like an hourglass, but I can give it to you. Oh, all right.
But at any rate,
Yep,
come
it's
on
not-
one reason. Come on one reason. I like Bang Bang.
That's what's up.
That's funny. I didn't even know that.
Oh, that song is the jam, Rebel. That song is the jam. You better ask somebody.
It is a good song. It is a good song. And I don't think it has a bad message, though.
Oh, I didn't say it was necessarily, well, you know, I didn't say it was.
Oh. Because you're saying bang, bang. Shots fired. Right.
Climax. There you go, Reason. Climax.
Yes. So that's good. I have a song. I have songs like that too, but I can't think of them right now. But I do have songs just every time. But that song. Oh,
Yes, you can. You can think of them right now.
was that the name of the song? No, that's Usher.
The I Hope She Cheats song is called I Hope.
That song is next level brutal. Like she's
Yeah,
going.
I'm going to
Well,
listen to it.
Yeah, you definitely should listen to it. Everybody should listen to it because it really took me for a turn there, and I was like, "What in the world?" But that's good music, you know.
Yeah.
You get creative with it, and when somebody done hurt your heart, you go through that. You go through that phase too. So
That's true. That's true.
that's our segment of Turn That Thing Around.
Come on.
You hear me? So, thank you. Come on. It's important. Perspective is important. I'm telling you, it really is. It'll help you out with some things. So the last thing we're going to talk about, and then we're going to get out of here, but the last thing we're going to speak on is, you know, when you have artists that have kind of fallen, we kind of touched on it a little bit earlier, but, you know, R. Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna talk about the situation with him. What's your guys' opinion on his music now that we know everything and he's been convicted and all of those things? What are you guys feeling?
I'm right where I am with everyone else. I don't select the songs, but I also don't skip them, and I just try not to think about potentially gruesome and horrible things that he's been involved in. Because at this point, we really don't know.
And so, what about Chris Brown? What about the Chris Brown and the Rihanna situation? I know that's happened. little bit away, and that's probably a good
Mhm.
because
You know what? I'm at a crossroads with Chris Brown. Yeah, I hear you. I'm at a crossroads with Chris Brown. Previously, I was just like, whatever. You know, it happened. He served his time. Not only was he judged by like a jury, but he was also judged by like the entire world on social media and newspapers and magazines and everything else. So I was listening to Chris Brown up until recently, where more allegations have come about. These pictures of him strangling somebody on his back porch and people saying that he attacked them while they were dating. And it's just like, bro, okay, I let it slide when I thought it was just a one-time thing. But now it's looking like it's not a one-time thing. So I don't know. I'm still listening as of right now, but I'm really at that point where I'm side-eyeing Chris.
Did you watch the Chris documentary when he kind of gave his perspective of everything?
I did, and I really didn't like that. I felt like he did a little bit of victim blaming with Rihanna. And then for him to sit up there and say, "Oh, she forgave me. Why can't the world forgive me?" Well, why have we never heard her forgive you? That message has never been out. Like, are you trying to say that she forgave you in private?
Well,
like, what's going on?
I would think that it would be very complicated and very complicated for Rihanna to publicly forgive Chris Brown, because she's on a much bigger, it's going to be her representing domestic violence. It's going to be her representing millions of women who have experienced this abuse from somebody. And then if it's like, I'm sure she if she has like forgiven him in private, I'm sure she's considered it, but it like means more. So you kind of have to, if you have like multiple people and this whole world behind you that's watching you, you have to think about what you're doing and how it's going to affect all the other women who've been through what you've been through. So she might feel like if she forgives him in public, it's like gonna just make everybody else who's done that or has experienced it think that, oh, it's not as big as it really is. So I could see that she might have one of the comments that she did forgive him in public. Do you see that?
I mean, that's fine too. That's the only part of his documentary that I was a little turned off by, is that, okay, even if she did admit her part and forgive you, he went on and on. He laid into the fact that, oh, I wouldn't have done this if she hadn't done what she did. But it's just like, but what about these other women? What about the other women who have now come forward, or paparazzi have caught videos and pictures of you putting your hands on? Like, okay, if Rihanna forgave you, that's fine, that's all right, but like, she's not the only one, which is what's making me question him now.
Okay, I see. Well,
it's hard because one of my best friends is a ride or die Chris. I can't even say his name around her because we'll end up having like a 2-hour discussion.
Yeah, I know a lot of people like that with Chris Brown, with R. Kelly. They ride or dies. So I think it's a tough situation, and I think you have to really figure out where you stand on things. I want you guys to give EG, I want to start with you. I want you to give your final thoughts on music and what you think about artists and music, and and then we'll go to Kelly.
Okay,
and then I'll go.
I'd like to respond to that last question that you asked. I agree. I saw Truck Driver. Every artist is really telling something when they sing and when they write. They're telling you some way of what they have done or are still doing in life. I agree with that statement, because again, what comes from the heart reaches the heart. And I think that's what artists do. They write from that place, so that music is powerful. But I want to say this in quick wrap up, and then let Shelly do the rest of it, because I want to answer that question from my perspective. We talk about the artist as far as music and being really, really, in my opinion, sometimes hard on them. but they're writing from the place and space that they're coming from. But I feel like that same thing in other realms, we don't do that same thing. We're not the same all the way across the board. So we'll look at Chris Brown and want to hold him to a standard. We look at R. Kelly, want to hold them to a standard. Then you got preachers out here like John Gray that has been womanizing from now until y'all still support them. You got folks out here like Jamal Bryant, who's out here got babies and peen everywhere. Y'all still support him. You got preachers that been putting their hands on people and beating them up for days, and their wives been beat up and battered for years, and y'all still support them. But then you want to come to somebody like R. Kelly and say they're a pedophile when you got preachers that are getting the little kids in the church and y'all still support them. So I feel like there is a double standard that tends to manifest itself here. And for whatever reason, some people, we put them in a position of it's okay for them to do it, and we forgive them and we still support them. Nobody says nothing, all kinds of damnable stuff goes on with them in that arena in some kind of way or another. But God forgives and we go on. And then when we get to these artists who aren't even professing to be all that in a bag of chips, they just writing songs and being out here secular doing their music, then all of a sudden we got a totally different standard. I'm opposed to that. So I just wanted to express my point of view there, because I feel like if you're going to hold them to that standard, hold everybody that standard, and typically we do not, in my opinion. So I'll let Shelly answer your last question, because I definitely was about
spiritual thought leader taking them to church.
I'm just saying, if y'all gonna talk about Chris Brown, if you're gonna talk about R. Kelly and call folks pedophiles and all that, call it out where it counts, in my opinion, because y'all don't call that mess out, and those people still run around doing what they do, and we still support them and make them millionaires and billionaires. But then you want to get on R. Kelly and you want to get on these other folk and send them to jail. There's a whole lot of people need to be sitting in jail.
I absolutely agree.
Yes. So
I think that's a good, to everything that me and Lena have been saying this whole time, just separating the people from the music and continuing to support. It brings about a question for me, because it's like you're saying, pay attention to our spiritual leaders just as much as we pay attention to our pop culture leaders.
Absolutely.
So
Even
that
more so.
I'm gonna have to answer that within myself. That's something that I can think about throughout the week.
Yeah, we're not canceling them. We're not putting them in jail. We're not stopping buying their music. We don't even stop going to their churches and conventions.
I was just gonna say, we don't even stop going to the churches.
It's a double standard.
Yeah, we definitely can see a double standard. But Shelly, what you're gonna take that question and kind of consider things between yourself. What's your last final statement that you want to say about music and just your opinion on music and what it is? Or
I think, as we have seen today, music is powerful, even when we don't know that it's powerful. I think I was definitely awakened today with the message of the kids are listening even when you don't think they're listening, and they know even when you don't think they know. I'm taking a lot in, and I'm taking a lot with me through the weekend until we meet again to kind of mull over. But overall, I think it was a good conversation. We could definitely talk more about music. I'm sure there will be another show later on where we get into some other musical topics, because I could go on, and I know that you guys could too. So I liked this, and I'm taking some things to check myself on.
Okay, Shelly.
What about you? What are you thinking?
Well, I think that as far as the artists who kind of our perception of them kind of gets taken away because we see them more so fully. I think that it's important for us to eventually get to a place of, seeing people completely. And everybody has, bad and good inside of them. And so, whether, every person on the planet has done things that we don't necessarily want other people to know. So I think it's important to kind of get to a place where we can see people completely and, be able to appreciate the good that they've placed in the world, and then also, learn from the negative things that they've done and the bad things that they've done. So as far as like R. Kelly or Chris Brown, you can't deny their talent or their music, because it's great. It has tailored generations and it has been a part of a lot of people's lives. But I don't think that I would like to be able to see that, yes, they make great music and they also have done some bad things. And so I would like to be able to see them fully, but it's more difficult because if we have this idea of somebody and then it gets broken, and it's like, man, you always have that feeling of you never know about people, but really you do. We're all good and bad. So that's my opinion on that. Music to me is definitely life. I love music. It will always be a part of me and my everyday life, my almost every aspect of my life. And so I'm grateful for it. And I want to continue to learn it in different facets and to continue to talk about it. So you never know. We might, like Shelly said, this could be another podcast topic because there's so much we didn't get to, but we got to a lot of stuff. So thank you guys for being here with us. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the conversation. I'm definitely taking some things in. We want to invite you guys to come back next week, and we're going to be at the same time, 2:00 on Friday. Shelly, do you want to give your handles in the AG? And I'll say mine. Mine is at Leor Music on Instagram. It's LEEOR Music. And then thank you guys. Shelly, you can go ahead.
Mine is at Miss Shelly Welly. And you want to do mantras?
Yes, we can do mantras. Come on, Shelly.
Come on.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? Mantra for the week, a music mantra. I would say, listen, feel, and let it heal.
Say it one more time.
Listen, feel, and let it heal.
Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I like
Listen, feel,
Hey,
and
I'm
let
a
it
rapper
heal.
or something.
let it heal. Mine is going to be let the music soothe you. There it is.
Come on. Listen, feel, and let it heal. And let the music heal you. Let it soothe you. I think this is awesome. It's awesome. I want to appreciate everybody that has come in the stream on today. Mino, I see you. I saw Royal Confessions come in the room. We love you, sis. We sending all kind of condolences and love and prayers and hugs and everything good that we can send your way. Thank you for stepping in the room. I saw Pastor Greg Sanders come in the room. I appreciate you. And for those that shared the stream, I always like to appreciate you because of you sharing and getting this stream out, we can get something done out here in these streets as far as putting this word out. Reboot. This is all about Reboot. One reason. Thank you, man, for coming in the room. He is a streamer. If you would put his shout out information over there, those of you that are out there, please follow One Reason. He is out here in these Twitch streets making it happen. He does a beautiful job. He came in here and gave us some good input, even in this talk and chat on today. I appreciate you. Now, there was somebody else that came in that I really didn't know. Let me come back and get you. But I appreciate you for coming in the room and sharing with us on today. Want to invite you back. We will be back with this segment next Friday at 2:00. Come on in, have a seat, take a good rest, have a chat with these young ladies, because these young lions, this pride of lions is relentless, and you're going to hear us roar. We appreciate you. Have a great day. See you next time. copy the raid in Twitch. Those of you that are in Twitch, please copy the raid. And here we're going to go over and enjoy another fine streamer today. Ride the raid train with us.